Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to Artmas Day 11. So in today's video I am going to go through and start my very first bullet journal. This is definitely one of the most nerve-wracking videos I've done, just since starting my first bullet journal was super difficult. The first, trying to mark down the first mark on the bullet journal, I think took me at least 10 minutes, just because I want it to almost be perfect, so I don't want to mess it up, and I was just nervous, even though I'm doing it in pencil to begin with. But I don't know, it's you want it to be perfect, so I was definitely super nervous starting this. I'm debating on starting a bullet journal series on my page, just since I guess I'll be doing this anyway, so I don't know. It depends on if people are interested in seeing my process of going through my bullet journal. So for my first one, I just bought a cheap bullet journal. It was, I think, around $12. I think it's pretty good. I eventually, here I'm just starting my 2019 goals. I have two different pages. It's for art goals and just goals for 2019, general goals. And that's when I decided to flip to the end of the book and just start doing a tester page. That way I could see which of my markers are going to bleed through way too bad and that I can't use with this bullet journal. Luckily, most of them I feel I can use, and it's not you can't see it through the other page too much. It's just the brush, one of the brush pens that I have, that if I press super hard on it, you can really see it through the back of the page. So I think I'm going to avoid using that one unless I really want to use it. Other than that though, I'm super happy that most of my markers work for this. And also, I guess my goal for this is to hopefully use this bullet journal every month and put in the effort to make it. Once starting this, I sat down to do this and I didn't expect it to take as long as it did. I spent quite a few days on it. I think altogether it was probably around 5 hours, but I guess that's just with starting something new that you haven't done before is why it took so long for me. And it's definitely just again, I was super nervous to mess up and make it look bad and stuff, so I think I just took more time dealing with that. So for this past year, 2018, I have been using journal. I originally bought it from Michael's. It was just one that was pre-done already, and I lost it in the first few months. So I didn't really start using it till I think halfway through the year. But since then, I pretty much was using it every single day, and just having something that I can write all my appointments in or my work schedule and stuff was just super nice. And I decided to do my own bullet journal instead because I figured I could probably do YouTube videos for it. And I also figured that I could probably do little drawings in it, which is what I'm doing. I decided that pretty much I want my whole theme for the whole book to be flowers and stuff and just greenery. So that's what I'm going through and doing on almost every page. Any page that has, I feel room for it, I put it in on. So yeah. With all of the pages, I haven't filled them out or anything. I'm pretty much just going through and showing you what it's gonna look like without me having filled them out yet. So my first page was the art goal page, and the main reason why I didn't fill this one out is just because my next video is gonna be all about my art goals for this year. So that's why I didn't want to fill the pages out and put it on this video, because then it would ruin tomorrow's video. So that's why I didn't do that. And then, I don't know, I just thought it would look better and nicer if it didn't have all of my notes and everything already in it. Also with doing this whole bullet journal thing, I erased so much. Like, I cannot believe how much I ended up erasing. Like, the page that I'm working on right now I had to completely redo just since my bullet journal wasn't like long enough. So now I know that next time when I buy a new one, I'm gonna go with a little bit of a larger bullet journal. But yeah, doing the 2019 at a glance page, I had to redo I think like 3 times just since it wasn't even at first. And then I had to go through and I was like, well, no matter what I do, it's not going to be even. So I just had to like suck it up and make the last 4 months there just a little bit longer so that they looked even, but the top 2 don't match up with it, so that's not even. And then with the next page for 2019 at a glance, I did the same thing. So yeah, it was definitely difficult to do that, and I didn't realize that some weeks have like, you have to write in an extra week for it, so that's why I had to keep erasing and redoing it. And it's just things like that you've never really thought of until you start your bullet journal, and then you go to do it and you're like, oh, I have to account for this and make extra space for it, even though I've already like counted it all out and did it in pencil, and then I started writing in the days and I'm like, I need an extra week. So that kind of sucked. I also had to like vacuum after doing this, just since I erased so much with the bullet journal that I just had eraser shavings everywhere. So that was so annoying, but I don't know, I think it's worth it though, because it's like nice when I went through and was flipping through and seeing like how it's sort of like, I guess simple, but it looks nice. Like, I like that I have like this gold and sort of black vibe going on for the book, I guess. And it's just, I don't know, I really like it. I think it's pretty, and I enjoy seeing my own drawings in it and stuff. I also want to get better at drawing like flowers and stuff, so doing this is hopefully gonna help me get better at that as well. And yeah, I don't know, it's fun, but it's also a lot of work that I wasn't really expecting. I was expecting it to be a lot easier than what it is. But yeah, so I'm just still working on the 2019 at a glance here, and I don't know if next time I would get rid of this page or not, because I also do a future log next, which is just like, you write all the months again anyway, and then you, or like all the days in the month, and then you go through underneath it and you write in like holidays. I'm also gonna write in like my appointments there as well. That way, in case I do, I don't get my next month going in time, I will have space to be able to write like appointments or anything I have, or like my work schedule if I get it early, just so that it has a place to go. So that's my plan with like the future log. I still think it's nice to have like this spread of like 2019 at a glance, but I don't know how much I will use it since I do have the future log next. So I guess I didn't really plan that out too well, but in my original design, my future log was going to be a little bit different. But looking at my bullet journal, I was like, okay, it's not actually big enough for what I planned. So I did have to go through and decide that I was going to change it up and do what I ended up doing, which is going through and just making it so that I have all the months again, and then I can write underneath what I need to write. Okay, so just to talk a little bit more about doing the bullet journaling, I'm thinking right now that I want to probably continue doing this. I'm sort of hesitant on it, just since I'm supposed to be like an art channel, so I feel like bringing bullet journaling into this is sort of like a weird mix. It's still creative, it's just I feel like maybe some people won't enjoy it just since it's not directly art, but I'm thinking if I'm gonna do the bullet journaling, I'm going to try my best to make it so that it doesn't take up one of my art slots for the months. So I'm thinking it would be like a bonus video pretty much. Since normally what I do is I go through and do one video every week for Sundays at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so I'm thinking instead I might just throw this bullet journal video in the last week of the month or whatever, in like the middle of the last week of the month or something like that, just so that I can get these up, and if people enjoy looking at the bullet journaling and what I'm doing for my bullet journal, they can sort of have some sort of reference or like copy it or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like in a way it's a bit, it just doesn't fit with the art stuff. But I don't know, you guys can let me know in like the comment section what you think. If you think having like this bullet journaling be an extra video would be cool, or if you'd rather me just like stick to art stuff. Because I definitely, like, if I'm gonna do this anyway, I feel like I might as well just upload a video for it. But I don't know. I definitely think I'm gonna play it by ear though and see like how people respond to this. But yeah, I'm just going through and I'm finishing up the months now. I think I stop at April and just do it all off camera after April, just since it is repetitive. I'm doing the same thing, and you can just see from the rest of the page that it all looks the same. And now I'm just going through and adding this little detail of like leaves going down the middle of the page since there was room here. When I first went through this, I was looking at it and I'm like, I don't really have space for anything, so I originally wasn't going to go through and put in like flowers or anything, but I decided to do like this little vine leaf thing down the center, and I actually really liked how that turned out, especially since in my original design, like, I keep bringing this paper out to look over it, and in the original design I was planning on doing like flowers on the corners of the month, but then when I went through and started planning it, it didn't actually end up turning out that way since I didn't have enough room, which sadly just ended up happening a lot. Like, I planned out on a separate piece of paper what exactly I was doing, and then when I went through to do it, just some of the things I just didn't have enough room for it, so that sort of sucks. And I definitely know now for my next journal I'm going to go through and buy a bigger one, just since I want to have enough room to get all of my ideas down and get all of the drawings down that I want to do. So that'll be exciting. I'm already excited to get a different bullet journal, but I'm definitely going to use this one till the end anyway. The one thing I don't like about this bullet journal is like the front, I guess the front of it is just like, I don't know what to call it. It's just made out of this material that gets it so dirty so quickly, and I didn't think it was gonna get this way when I first bought it, but after I brought it home and started working in it, and afterwards when I closed it, it was just so dirty on the front and back, and I had to wipe it down, and I'm not looking forward to having to deal with that constantly, but it's all just something I'm gonna have to learn and while starting this, I guess. But yeah, now I'm just going through the future log, and originally my plan for the bullet journal was to just do everything like freehand with the lines, but for the future log, when I originally sketched the lines out, I decided for this I specifically wanted to go through and actually use a ruler for it, and I'm so glad I decided to do it for this. just since I think it looks a lot cleaner than what it would have looked like, especially with the fact that I'm going to be writing in all sorts of dates that I need to remember and stuff, or holidays and stuff. So that's why I really enjoyed that. And I think for most things it's going to be like freehand lines where I'm just doing it without the ruler, but I think certain things I'm going to go through and do use the ruler, so yeah. I'm also hoping for in the future I can get a little more supplies for this, just since I don't have much like washi tape, and I would like to use that with this. And stickers, I would love to have some stickers for this as well. I think I might end up making stickers in the future for bullet journals specifically. I definitely won't be working on it like anytime soon, since I have a lot of plans already for my art that I need to work on. And so I'm going to focus on that first, and then go through and start making my own stickers. But yeah, now we're on the last spread here. And for this last one, I just made it simple, and I'm doing my YouTube ideas, and pretty much this is just going to be an area where I can just sit down and throw all YouTube ideas that I have into this. And I think this page will probably mostly be pencil, that way in case I decide not to do something I can erase it and have free space. And I decided to make it like 2 pages here, just since I feel like I'm gonna have a lot of YouTube ideas. Then I just will want to write down and have it on like just somewhere specifically, and not where I'm gonna put it in for like January, where I'm gonna write in what specific YouTube video I'm gonna be filming that week. This is just gonna be like an overall, this is what I would like to do this year, hopefully. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my bullet journal. This is just like me starting my bullet journal. Next week will be hopefully I'll have the start for January up. I'm hoping I'll have that up for the 30th, because that's when I'm gonna start uploading again from after Artmas. That'll be on the Sunday. But yeah, hoping I can get January up, and then after that I'll go back to my regular art schedule. And I don't know, if I have any more ideas for like the start of the bullet journal, I will definitely put that in before I start January. But I will film that and also put it in at the start before I start January's spreads and everything. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and hopefully I'll get better at like filming bullet journals as well, just since I do forget that I should zoom in on certain parts, so hopefully the next one won't be as bad. But yeah, I'm just gonna do a quick little flip through here of the rest of the pages, and yeah, that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching if you made it this far. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the last Artmas video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!